Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Neha and I run this channel and my blog called Neha Beauty, bringing together the connection of inner and outer beauty. So you can find content here about makeup and skincare, but also positive thinking and taking good care of yourself, all that self-love, self-care, all that good stuff. So let's jump into today's video. I wanted to share some simple, I wrote them all down, 5 simple tips that I have to help you really rock your goals, slay those goals in 2018 and achieve your dreams. And this is very much so how I am approaching my goals for this year, which I will link down below as well if you want to take a look. I have some tips and things on my blog as well for sort of how you should set your goals and set yourself up for success. So I will link that post down below. You should definitely check it out. So let's jump into my 5 tips. Number 1, write your goals down. I am a firm believer that writing things down on paper really helps solidify your mental energy and your commitment to the things that you want to achieve. Even if it's just in a journal, a simple piece of paper, it doesn't have to be anything special, but set aside some time, find a quiet space to sit down and write down your goals. Just the act of writing itself can really help reinforce that commitment again, and it's nice to sort of take a break from the computer or your phone and have that connection with pen and paper. I definitely love writing things down, so set aside some time and get after it. Okay, tip number 2 is to create a vision board, or at least visualize your goals coming true. So the purpose of a vision board, whether that's digital or on paper, it's gonna help you see those things as already having happened. And imagine yourself in a space where you've already, gotten really healthy, found that new job, met your perfect dream partner. It helps kind of put pictures to that story in your mind, and the more that you look at that vision board, the more that you can see yourself in that space. And so what you're doing is you're kind of programming your subconscious to always be kind of moving forward in that direction, bringing you closer and closer to your dreams. I love creating paper vision boards. I've done it for a couple of years. You just get like a big poster board, a bunch of magazines, or you can print out pictures as well and just cut things out, images that resonate with you, phrases that resonate with you, and just glue them down. It's that easy. I've done sort of huge ones that I can hang up on the wall. You can also, if you are sort of a more minimalist kind of styled person, you can just do one on Pinterest. It's really easy to set up like a secret board that no one else but you can see, and there's tons and tons, there's no limit to the images on Pinterest, so you can just pin to your little heart's desire. And the cool thing about Pinterest is that's different than doing it on paper is you're unlimited in your space. You don't have to make it all fit in a physical poster board, so you can just continue adding to it throughout the year and refining it and tweaking it. And a fun thing you could do is once you have it done, on your phone, if you have the Pinterest app, take like a little screenshot of your vision board and then maybe make that the wallpaper for your phone, the background, or have it be your like lock screen cover, so that when your phone just has like a notification, but it's still locked, it kind of shows you your vision board. And that way, again, you are kind of seeing that every single day and subliminally kind of focusing on your goals every single day. If you make a paper one, I recommend hanging it up somewhere that you will see on a daily basis. So maybe your kitchen, maybe your bedroom. I love hanging it up in my bedroom on the wall across from my bed, so that when I wake up and sit up, the first thing I see are all my hopes and dreams and visions for the future. So make a vision board, I would suggest. This year what I did that's different is I made like a tiny one. I made a mini one on a piece of scrapbook paper that I'm gonna hole punch and put into my planner, which is something that I use on a weekly and daily basis. So that's another way. You can make a small version and stick it into your planner if you've got one that you look at every single day. Tip number 3. now that you've got your goals written out, and now that you've got your sort of vision and an image in your mind of yourself achieving these things, you've got to break them down into smaller steps. So if you think about December 31st, 2018, and where you want to be, and pretend that you are, at a dinner party, you're speaking to a friend that you haven't seen in a long time, and they say to you, "Oh my gosh, how did you do it?" Whatever you tell that person now afterwards to answer that question, those are the steps that you're going to take this year, right? And you want to be able to tell them, "Oh, it was no big deal. It was so easy. I just broke it down into these steps." And one by one, you're going to constantly be moving towards your goals. So what I like to do, and I have this fully kind of detailed on my blog post down below, but take your huge goal, break it down into quarterly, but I like to do monthly, weekly, and then daily tasks so that I am constantly moving forward and getting closer to what I want to do. It probably sounds so simple, but for example, one of the things I want to do is get really consistent with my blog posts. So I set this goal of wanting to do 2 and maybe 3 blog posts per week. So what I did was I took an example month, a printout, and I just started penciling in okay, what are my writing days? Maybe I can write 2 blog posts, per evening, and try to do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, something like that. So I'm trying to take this idea, right, of writing 2 or 3 blog posts a week, but then figure out how am I actually going to do it? Okay, well, I need to take photos for those posts. I need to draft and write those posts. I probably need to edit and make sure I proofread everything, and then you've got to launch and go live and tell everyone that it's live. So break your tasks down into those kind of smaller steps, and then not only that, schedule those steps. Look for the time in your day when and where you can do that. Pick the days in your week that will make sense. So if you're a blogger, maybe Tuesday nights, your writing night for the week. If you want to get healthy, say I'm going to work out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've decided to do 3 days a week, and those are going to be my days, 3 times a week. Whatever it may be, get more detailed about it so that you really are taking your goal, but now you're building the plan that will actually get you there. And that way, rather than focusing on this giant goal that's way far in the future, all you have to do is just do what's on your list for today. So today, your list might say, work out, write 1 blog post, and check in with a friend. Depending on what your goals are, you've got 3 things to do today, and if you achieve those things, you are moving forward towards your goal. So zero in on just those tasks, and it makes it much more bite-sized, it makes it much more manageable. Okay, my 4th tip is tell a friend so that you have someone to keep you accountable. You're probably familiar with the idea of having an accountability partner when it comes to exercise or workouts and things like that, but I think the same principle works really well for other goals too. So if you are looking for a new job, tell one of your friends, tell your parents, tell your partner, tell someone you know that, hey, I have this goal and I would like to find a new job, and I would like your help to encourage me so that I keep going and I am applying and putting out that effort and actually doing the work that it takes to find that new opportunity, whatever it may be. And same thing with workouts, same thing with blogging goals, creative goals, whatever it may be. See if you can find someone who's willing to be kind of your accountability partner, and all they need to really do is check in with you once in a while. I have found that simply declaring my goals and putting them out there and telling the close people in my life what they are really helps me get into the mindset of, it makes you feel like, well, I want to come through. I want to come through on the stuff that I said I was going to do. So just the act of verbalizing it to someone, and just the act of verbalizing it to someone will help you get into that frame of mind. So yes, definitely tell someone, find an accountability partner, a buddy, whatever you want to call it, and those will become the people that really help you move forward, and they're going to encourage you when you're not quite feeling so motivated the way that you might at the start of January. But seek out the people in your life who are going to be the support for you. It really helps reinforce the things that you want to do, and you're no longer alone on that journey. Okay, my fifth and final tip, and I think this might be maybe the most important one: be flexible and be forgiving with yourself, okay? So if you are not, I'll give you an example. If you say, I'm gonna work out 4 times a week, and it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, okay, and then something comes up and you can't go on Saturday, but you did go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Did you fail? I would argue that you did not fail. You did great, because guess what? Those 3 workouts are probably more than the 0 that a lot of other people are doing, but they're not getting in at all. So the important thing is to be reasonable, be flexible with yourself. If there are times that you can't hit the gym 4 times and you go 3 times, be proud of yourself. Woohoo, you did the 3. There might be times where you only do 1. And the same thing with other kinds of goals too, but be flexible. Know that every week won't be perfect. Sometimes you might have to travel, sometimes you might have something unexpected come up, and that's totally okay. So give yourself the little bit of wiggle room to be reasonable with yourself, and be proud of the things that you are able to achieve. And if you didn't get to anything one week, that's okay. That's why there's always another week. There's always another day to try again. So forgive yourself and then let those things go. It's not a good use of your energy to beat yourself up over what you didn't do yesterday or last week or whatever it was. It's much better to say, okay, what can I learn from that? I didn't get to my workouts because I was trying to go after work, and I've got a big project at work, and so sometimes I end up staying late at work unexpectedly. Okay, great. Now you've identified the cause, and maybe you start shifting to morning workouts, or maybe you're not going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're going to do Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. Be kind to yourself. You deserve to have positive self-talk. You deserve to be your best friend and your biggest advocate. So be kind to that person inside, okay? You wouldn't say to a friend, oh my gosh, you only worked out 3 times this week? Wow, you are seriously off track. Would you ever say that? I would never say that. So be equally kind to yourself on the inside. So yes, be flexible and forgiving. Okay guys, those are all my tips for helping you slay your goals in 2018. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below and tell me what you think. If you have other tips for the community too, be sure to leave them down below. I would love to hear how you're approaching your goals and some ideas that you have. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, and have a beautiful day. Bye!